Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of This Podcast Cannot Continue's SNESterdays series, where me, Colin, and Ben,
Hello.
my lovely, there he is, my lovely co-host, we're going to play through all of the Super Nintendo games that were released for retail in North America. I think. We've definitely I've identified some that are, not ones that we can probably get our hands on,
We'll see what we can do, but yeah.
well, I'm just wondering if this list contains some things that are technically weren't retailed, but for
Yeah.
example, like that Blockbuster.
Competition
Um,
cart comes to mind, stuff like that.
wasn't there like
But basically
Hagane?
everything that's mostly accessible. Yeah.
Is that the name of that game?
What game?
There was one game that was like a Blockbuster exclusive rental or something like Hagane.
I'm not sure that's Hagane.
Oh, I feel bad now not knowing this. I feel like I should know this if we're going to play through all these. Point is, that's the goal. Play through all the North American releases for the Super Nintendo. And so far, we've had some real highlights. We started in August of 1991 and did F-Zero, Gradius Pilot Wings, SimCity. Last episode, we did Super Mario World. That was a fun one.
Yep.
Obviously, one of the masterpieces on the Super Nintendo, so that was a good time. Ben was able to clear it in one go, which was fun to take. Fun to watch. I don't know why I said take. I was gonna say we're gonna.
Fun to take.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take. What I was thinking was I was gonna take my phone and we're gonna time these because what we do is we do 15 minutes a game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pay a lot more attention because I usually forget to press the go button and then have to guess. So this time I'm gonna be a lot more strict with it.
Sure, yeah. Are we still in September for all four of these games?
Yes.
September 91.
Yeah, September 91. So these games are actually, you know what? I've never played any of these ones. So this is all new to me. I don't know if you have any experience with these guys either.
Might have played R-Type. Might have looked at Populous.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see what we
Not
got going on
sure.
here. I mean, companies wise, like HyperZone's by HAL Laboratory. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. I mean,
No,
could be interesting.
I have no idea what to expect. I don't even know what genre HyperZone is going to be. I think Bases Loaded is probably sports.
Pretty positive
Populous,
it's
I'm pretty
baseball.
sure, is like a sim game. And
Okay.
R-Type is a shmup, right? A horizontal shmup?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is going to be
All
that would
right.
be
Cool. Well, I think I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
ready to go. Finger
All
on the
right.
timer.
All right. Here we go.
Cool logo.
Yeah, same as it was in the other one. The previous in Household and Golf. Pretty plain title screen.
Yeah. I mean, it does the trick.
You get an intro video. Is this what gameplay looks like? I think I'd rather
Okay.
just look at gameplay. What is the difference between start and normal? Ah,
Okay.
it's a setting.
This is a real basic game.
Alright, let's start. Area 1, Material Factory. This is a trip. Oh. Okay.
It looks like F-Zero, but mirrored on the top and bottom. Why?
Yeah, it does.
Why? Okay, so I actually have a question about this, and I don't know, maybe someone out there could answer it. I'm not positive, maybe more research needs to be done. But it kind of reminds me of, like Space Harrier is another game. Is it Space Harrier that does this too, where it's like the floor and the ceiling are mirrors of each other?
I don't know if that's... This is so strange to control. Okay.
Like, I don't
There's
get...
no... You have to mash to shoot.
Huh. Like, I'm assuming there's a reason that the sky can't be different than the ground, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. Because other games obviously do that?
It doesn't seem to hurt me to touch the floor or anything. Like, I'm not dragging around on the floor. Is that... What? Is this game just literally an F-Zero ripoff? Except as a shooter?
Can be. Oh yeah, because you got like a chargy strip. Okay. Music's kind of cool.
Is it cool?
Yeah. hate it.
It seems to just be a pulsing bass line and like a little chiming melody noise. I don't know what to make of it. This game is making my hands really tired as far as shooting goes, though.
I'm curious if there's more like backgrounds and levels to look at, or if they're all kind of. Oh. And you exploded.
I seem to have a stock. I also can't shoot the white stuff out of my way, so those ones I have to fully dodge.
Okay.
Is there going to be a boss of any kind?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. This kind of feels like a shmup, but you're just kind of like
repair.
fighting targets. Like, you're not really like fighting enemies, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The music's fading out. Oh, okay, we have a boss.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Okay.
Oh, okay, Area 1 clear.
You did it. Okay, so I want to see what Area 2 looks like.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Okay, blast furnace. Different look.
Well, I still, like, literally, if anybody can give me an answer why it's mirrored, I want to know. Because there's a couple of games from this era that do this, and I've never understood why they do this. Do you think they just thought it looked cool?
Probably. This is not easy.
Well,
that's it, game over?
that's pretty strict.
Wow. Okay, let's go reverse,
Yeah?
I guess.
There's not a whole lot else you can do, to be honest.
What do you think that did? Oh my
so the controls
God,
are
it
reversed.
reversed my controls.
Cool.
Only the vertical axis.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That would confuse me.
I've played enough
easier?
games. Nah, I've played enough games that I can do fine at either
Okay.
method. It's a mental switch that you switch in your brain between, like, am I controlling, like, well, with a third person with a ship, it's a little different, I suppose, but it's like, say you're playing a third person, like, character game, it's like, the idea is, like, are you literally pressing up to tell the camera to go up, or are you pressing up to, like, tilt the character's head down? It's like, is the stick, the thumbstick or whatever, or, I mean, we have a D-pad, obviously, in this game, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, attached to the back of the character's head, then, like, inverted suddenly makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you kind of have to use a little bit of an abstraction to imagine what you're actually controlling.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And somehow I got to a point where I can mostly handle both, so...
Pretty good. I don't play many games like this, so it always throws me for a loop when the controls change. Yeah. Okay, well, here's some fun facts. You ready for this?
Yep.
It doesn't have a very good aggregate game ranking score. And didn't get that good.
If this is
from a
all
lot
it
of
has, I find myself unsurprised. How long do you think the game is? Can you find any info about how many levels it has?
It's definitely not in the wiki page for it. Not positive. You can get upgrades, apparently.
Really?
Yep. So here's a fun fact that I like. Oh, it has 8 levels after the initial game is finished. It restarts from the beginning, and it just loops infinitely. So this is like pure just arcade action. There's no ending.
Okay.
You just play the same 8 levels over and over again. The story is the game is set in the year 2089, where Earth has become unable to support life due to humankind's ignorance. The Earth Council has turned I want to say tuned, but I didn't say turned their attention to the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, a place virtually untouched by civilization. But a hostile race of cybernetic beings has taken up residence there, and if humankind is to survive, the infestation must be eradicated. And that's basically the plotline. So, the perspective and unusual landscapes, as per my question, were inspired by the Stargate sequence of 2001: A Space Odyssey, which actually makes a ton of sense, weirdly enough.
Those fire things are really difficult to dodge.
Yeah, it appears that way. Oh, that's funny. Kirby's Dream Land 3 references this game. The final area in that game is called HyperZone.
I did know that.
Here's a real fun fact. Stereoscopic 3D support was partially added, but not enabled unless you enter a cheat code.
How do you enter a cheat code?
I don't know. It doesn't actually say what the cheat code is. It requires like specialized hardware to view it, but that's kind of a neat feature that they added stereoscopic 3D to this.
So would that be like an action replay or a Game Genie or something?
No, it just says button inputs on the gamepad.
Yeah, why don't we just put it in, even though I don't have any way to view stereoscopic. I just want to see that they implemented it and look at it. I have a feeling we're not going to go too deep in this in 15 minutes, but you know what I mean? So might as well look at it if we can look at that. Oh my god, there's like, what are these? Rocks? Asteroids? I mean, honestly, yeah. I'm not feeling too keen on this game. It feels like there's just not a lot of... Like, this is all I get to do. I haven't seen a power-up. This game's supposedly kind of a shmup. I haven't seen a power-up. I have one button that shoots these piddly little green things, and that's literally all I'm capable of doing. That and moving.
Well, you get, you can apparently get upgrades for points.
I can pause. I notice if I alternate my different... I have 3 different firing buttons. If I alternate them, I can, you know, put out little...
Kind of neat, I guess.
I can't seem to visualize the white pellets coming at me in, like, 3D space relative to where my ship is supposed to be.
Yay.
Which is very confusing.
3D effect. Okay, we got it.
Oh, okay, let me reset.
So when the start and normal are displayed, enter the code. The code is select A, B, select X, Y, select L, R, up. It should flash red when it's done. I mean, if you want it like really quickly, it's 2 rounds of select A, B, select X, Y, select L, R, up. You did it.
Let's see how crazy it looks without the right effect.
I think you need...
Oh yeah, look at that. And so obviously if you had a stereoscopic screen, it would be able to align this stuff, right? You can see how they're converging as they approach the camera or whatever.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm not going to play it like that, though, but it was cool to see that it's there.
Apparently you can press select to turn it off. Oh, there's other unlockable ships. There's like 5 unlockable ships. You have to pay for them with points, though. And it's like a lot of points.
Do you have any information about how I go about doing that, though?
I think you just get points. If you want to do level select, we can do that too.
It's not resetting.
Oh, did we run into a hiccup?
Yeah. Let me just find it here. HyperZone.
So level select is BBLR left
Oh my
left
god.
select.
BBLR. What was that?
Left left select.
BBLR left select.
Yeah.
BBLR left select.
Yeah. I don't know when you're supposed to enter it in. I'm assuming here. Did it work? Probably can press up and it'll change levels. Or not.
I don't know.
Here's a fun fact I think is entertaining about this game, though.
Yeah, let me know.
Is HAL Laboratory is called HAL after
IBM.
IBM.
Be one step ahead.
Yeah, that was the whole story in 2001, and I find it funny that this game references 2001 is by HAL. Kind of in a roundabout way. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of fun. I don't know that it makes this game any better, but
I don't really like this game, just to be honest with you.
okay. So what do you like? It just seems simple to me. Like even simpler than like F-Zero. Weirdly enough.
Like lacking a whole lot of depth or replay value. Like I really don't see myself maybe ever playing this again.
Like as a launch game, even there's like better options for this exact kind of vibe. I guess it's like a little technically impressive, but it would get overshadowed so quickly by other games on the SNES that I don't know that this one's really worth spending too much time on.
Yeah, it's
I don't hate the soundtrack though, weirdly enough.
I mean, I guess it's like an early 3D shmup or something like that, right? But it's like, even you mentioned like Space Harrier and stuff like that, but this game just plays so slowly compared to those, despite that it's not easy. It's like slow, yet like, it's not easy, it's just not great. I find the visual like perspective of things to be really weird. Like the way those white balls approach, I can't seem to perceive them correctly. Like, to me, those don't look like an object. The enemies are actually fine, but to me, those white bullets or whatever, I don't seem to be able to perceive them as an object in, like, the physical space ahead of me that, like, maps to, like, the 3D effect. Like, I look at that and I don't know what that is or where it's going.
Well, the good news is there's only 10 seconds left.
Good. I'm gonna give this game like literally a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, that seems fair. I was gonna say, you know what? Can I push for? Because I don't think that it functions. It does its job. So I want to say like, can we say like a 3? 2 feels mean. 2 feels like for something that's broken. Like, this does work. Like it's fine.
Right. Yep.
It's just not really worth writing home about, and I wouldn't even consider it necessarily like a good version of something in its genre. You know how some games are just like, they're just like the
yeah,
you know, like a straight 5 out of 10. Like it's a good example of something in its genre, but it's not worth writing home about. This is not even bad, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not objectively terrible. It works.
I can agree with 3.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next one then.
Okay.
Spare you more HyperZone. Oh, nice.
Spare me HyperZone.
I know that place.
I picked it because I knew you would. All right. What's next? Populous?
Populous. Excited, kind of.
I think Populous has a reputation that suggests that it might be good, but I don't know if it's a Super Nintendo original.
Well,
Acclaim.
it is not, but it's regarded by many as the first God
Why do
game.
I know Imagineer? Why does that sound familiar? So it's a port.
Yeah. EA and Bullfrog. Oh wow, yeah, this screams early PC game.
Should I look tutorial?
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, why not? Okay. Oh, weird. Okay, like up in the corner, see that map? If you scroll, does it scroll with you? Yeah, it does. If you go down. Whoa, that's freaky. All right. I mean, this is a very interesting visual style. There were a lot of things on this screen, though, I'm not gonna lie.
You see the Z's in the bottom right corner? This is clearly I'm pausing and unpausing the simulation.
Okay. Man, okay. It received critical acclaim upon release. The PC version, not the...
Okay, if I
Also,
press select, I can get into these areas.
this game originally came out in 1989. Oh, guess who led the development of this game?
Who?
Peter Molyneux. That would explain. That would explain why it sounded familiar. I actually probably should have known that.
For good?
Can use volcano? What? Is this tutorial actually teaching you anything? Like, I don't understand.
It hasn't told me anything.
So what do? You got this little dude there. He's hanging out. I feel like people are gonna blast us for not knowing what's going on, but this game is not giving us a whole lot of explanation. Whoa. After demoing this game to over a dozen publishers, Bullfrog eventually gained the interest of Electronic Arts, who had a gap in their spring release schedule and was willing to take a chance on the game. Bullfrog accepted their offer, although Molyneux later described the contract as pretty atrocious. 10% royalties on units sold, rising to 12% after 1 million units sold, with only a small upfront payment.
Oh, I'm modifying the ground.
Oh, hey, that's cool. Oh, that's neat.
What am I doing? Raising the elevation?
Yeah, 2 people now.
Lowering the elevation.
Oh, one of the people disappeared. Oh, he's back.
He
They built a house. They built 2 houses.
Okay.
You know, the UI is a bit simpler than the Amiga version, but it looks pretty good, to be honest. Oh.
I don't understand how to do anything.
Famitsu gave it 31 out of 40 on the SNES even, not the original.
Oh, the smaller box is like the button is depressed. It is on. I'm on good.
Okay.
Let's just make it go really fast and see things happen because I don't know how to do anything else. This is not much of a tutorial.
Yo, listen to this. Also fun thing. During the test phase, the testers requested a cheat code to skip to the end of the game, as there was insufficient time to play through all 500 levels. What?
That's a lot of levels. How do I volcano?
I mean, I feel like you're doing a good job. They're building houses.
Oh, I'm doing a
And
great
no one
job.
seems
When
to have-
the only thing I seem to know how to do is raise and lower elevation, which also makes them destroy their houses every time.
No one seems to have died yet.
I've got a bunch of buttons in the upper right corner too. Oh, am I like sequencing actions in the upper right corner? Is that what I'm doing?
You mean that list up there?
Yeah, like I'm wondering if what I'm doing is like adding things to a queue when I come here and
Hmm.
press them.
I am
Whoa.
not sure.
They're religious now.
How did
He
you
has
do
an
that?
ankh. I don't know. Or a
That's
cross or
cool.
something. He seems
Yeah.
religious. Do I need to give them
Okay.
some land to get to this statue? He seems to want to go to that statue.
That statue on a big hill. This is interesting. Okay, so like next to SimCity.
Are these the enemies?
Oh yeah, that's them. They got red flags. You got blue flags. I'm assuming. So why were there so many games on the Super Nintendo that tried to simulate what the computers could do, like what a home computer could do?
I don't know, actually.
Because like SimCity had the same thing that I'm noticing here, which is just like this is cool that it's on here, but there's just I don't think the Super Nintendo's controller or interface is the correct way to play a game like this. You know what I mean?
So
Why
it
do they
seems
have
like I can press
shields?
this button to toggle through a bunch of different locations.
Okay.
What? Oh, I'm so confused. Am I building like a castle there? Nope, I am demolishing it because I raised the land. Can I raise this land? Can I lower this land? No, I cannot. What land can I raise?
Okay. So here's a little bit of an explanation. The game consists of 500 levels, and each level represents an area of land on which the player's followers on which live the player's followers and the enemy followers. In order to progress to the next level, the player must increase their number of followers, such that they can wipe out the enemy followers. This is done by using a series of divine powers. Okay. The most basic power is raising and lowering land, so you actually are doing one of the only things you can do, to be fair. This is primarily done in order to provide flat land for the player's followers to build on. Oh. And you can also remove land from around the enemy's followers. Oh. Okay.
I tried to do something like that, but I had some difficulty with it. And now I don't know how to raise or lower the land anymore.
It seems like you literally just want to set up a situation where your people can thrive and then just kind of direct them to take over the enemy. Oh, wait. Okay, see how that house is getting more upgraded as you flatten the land out?
But why do I have to constantly do it? Like, it's just falling by itself like that. You notice that?
Oh. Yeah.
Like if I go like that... Oh, I went too much. See how the land just falls?
Maybe that's the enemy god doing that. Can you sync his stuff?
No, I can't do fuck all. Now I can't do anything to this land because it belongs to him.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, okay. So, like, should you have started out by just flattening all the land around you then?
Maybe.
This feels like one of those really complicated tabletop games that has been translated into a Super Nintendo cart for some reason. Okay. Oh, they're building a castle. That's cool. Maybe this game is simpler than we think it is. Okay. Oh, no, the bad guy's coming. He's building a house right next to your house. Hey, that's a fight. Oh, they won. Oh, they stole your castle. I hate to break it to you, but I don't think this is going so hot for the followers of you.
I think I lost.
Is it just me or the drums speeding up in a very ominous way?
Definitely is.
I don't know that I love that. I feel limited by the viewpoint too.
So do I.
I suppose like that was in the original as well.
When's it gonna give me a game over screen? Oh, I have somebody over here? Oh yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be religiously persecuted. Oh, here they go. Oh, you won. Unexpected. Although the drums are now reaching a fever pitch of...
Yeah, but my last follower loves me. See?
Yeah, well, those guys are moving in. Look at them. They're building their house just on the hill. Here we go. How are you still alive?
I literally don't know, and nor do I understand how to make him do anything.
This guy's a devout Benitarian. Building a house. You can bring it back. Oh my god. Okay, that last guy put up a fight though.
I don't understand this game.
You won more battles than he did.
But I didn't build
Somehow.
anything.
Oh, now we're in Desert World. Okay. So this is interesting. This game was critically acclaimed in turn of the 90s.
Really, the question mark does nothing.
Doesn't tell you about anything. Okay. Oh, the FX turns off that heartbeat sound. Weird. This is a strange one, man. So tell me, what are your thoughts on playing this? What do you from 15 minutes, maybe it's not enough time to really get into this game, but like SimCity, I'm getting similar vibes. Maybe a bit too complicated for the platform. I can't see a lot of people with Super Nintendos sitting at home in front of the TV playing this for
It might be
hours
the
on end.
same thing that I said before with SimCity, where like it feels like you kind of need the manual. Maybe this game came with a manual in the box, and it's just
I have no doubt that it did.
and it's just a mystery without it.
I guess it's an important game, not the Super Nintendo version, but the game Populous in general is an important game, being the first of this kind of like, what was the one that came later? Was it Black and White? That was like another God game.
Yeah, I suppose so. I honestly, can I
Dwarf
even score
Fortress
this?
one.
I completely didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Suddenly I can adjust the land. I don't understand the difference between when I can and can't adjust the land.
There's probably some rule set that determines that somebody will let us know about, maybe.
Like, sometimes it seems like it just won't let me press it.
Huh.
I kind of like the aesthetic.
Yeah, it's very like Age of Empires, kind of like early Warcraft kind of vibe. Whoa! Now you got stuff happening.
I press like once and it builds the mountain like super high. Do you notice that?
Yeah. Okay, so once again, this game obviously functions. It seems to have all the aspects of a game. It seems a little complicated for the system, I'd say. Just like I don't think the interfacing is like you need a mouse and a keyboard. I think it's kind of like maybe
I
not
can't
ideal
influence
to.
the land anymore. Or
Huh.
apparently in certain places I can and in certain ones I can't.
Well, we've hit the time limit. I know I said I would try to be really strict about the time limit, and I definitely missed the starting of this one too. So I think we've hit it about 15 right about now. What would you give this one out of 10 if you had to?
I could actually imagine myself, if I understood it, getting into it.
Okay, so you kind of like it.
There's something about it that makes me want to like it. See, that's why it's changing back and forth. It depends on what I've done.
You seem to be doing a lot better this go around. And I also kind of like that you don't have to do too many things at once. Do you know what I mean? Like, the raising and lowering the land seems to be like your main way to influence things. And that does keep it kind of simple, despite seeming like a gigantic amount of stuff to do right off the gate. Like, right out the gate, it's actually a little bit probably more straightforward than we're giving it credit for. Just building so many castles now.
I think that's sort of like the logical conclusion of anything that you build in this game, is that it becomes a castle. If you get enough flat land around it.
So yeah, you see yourself playing this maybe if you get more time, maybe playing the PC version. What would you give it out of 10? What
Um,
what would you give the SNES version out of 10? Regardless of how you might feel about this game in general.
maybe like a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
If I imagine if you have the manual, or if you go online nowadays and you look up some guidance, some instruction, you might actually find a really cool game. But I would say, as far as popping in the cart and hitting power
It's a little
blindly,
yeah.
it's gonna be a very difficult endeavor to understand everything that's going on, because I sure don't.
It's a little opaque.
You can see there's an arrow on that line of actions in the upper right that's moving through them.
Yep. I don't know what that is.
At any rate, ready to move on?
We are ready to move on.
Okay.
I gave that one a 5. I was nice to it because I actually think that there's maybe more of a game there than there was with SimCity. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because SimCity is like through and through kind of like, I would imagine, very calming to build and create a city, but that game seemed actually maybe not as meticulous, and in doing so, maybe more.
Possibly stressful.
Yeah, but also more, like I said, like more game-like. So
Super
I'm
base
here
is
for that.
loaded.
Super base is loaded. Let's play some baseball.
All right, let's look at this.
Take me out to the ball game.
All right, here we go. Jaleco.
We've seen them a couple times.
Have we already?
Oh, no, we haven't. Sorry, I've seen them a couple times on this system.
1 player, 2 player, watch or edit. I kind of like the little spray. The batter.
Yep.
There's like a cute aesthetic going on here.
Ooh, it's got some mode 7.
What's
I am not in love
DH
with
option?
this UI, though.
What do you think DH option is?
No idea. This has the shortest Wikipedia page of all of them.
Play the perfect game. Get a perfect rating. It's not enough to just beat the other team. Your play is rated in 13 categories. Every time you make an error, strike out, or make one of several other bonehead plays, points will be deducted from your overall rating. Your ultimate goal is to beat a level 5 team and receive a perfect rating of 100.
Okay.
Time to make some boneheaded plays. Can you play the perfect game?
I'm guessing no. I'm gonna just toss it out there and... Are these real teams? I don't think they are. Music's kind of cool. Can I underline once again that I do not like this UI, like, at all? Like, no part about this. Wait, let's just check out these names here first.
Leno, McPhee, Marcus, Fallon, Grogan.
Fallon's a name.
Forge, Potter, Kramer. I have Harry Potter on my team.
Got Harry Potter and Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, let's let's take
Balzac.
Oh, wow. the baseball diamond's on fire.
You want a real fun fact about this game?
Sure.
This is the 5th game in a series.
Already.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, you're already losing.
I don't know what button to press. Okay, I pressed B, not A. Great.
This is going real good.
Wow.
Okay.
I am playing a real bad game right now.
You could say 100% of your moves are bonehead moves at the moment. Do you get points for playing the perfect bad game? Like, just you don't do anything right? I mean, it's weirdly graphically a little bit impressive for being so early.
It kind of looks right. I really love that shift that happens.
Yeah, that is cool. Also, I got no idea what's going on with this music, but the music is still pretty good.
Okay. Oh, I'm
This
supposed
music
to...
is like...
I'm actually supposed to move that guy and...
This music is like a Mega Man X music. What? Oh, you can like stop people from stealing. Oh, you can... This is interesting. Hey!
I can't understand the
than I thought.
directionality that I'm supposed to be taking, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
The
I
sprite
can't tell
works
how to
pretty
throw
good,
a
too.
different pitch, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
only one button does anything. I can't figure out how to pass in a certain direction. They're already on the bases.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be out. Oh.
That looks like a glitch.
Yep.
Missing number crowd.
Look at, they're advertising for themselves up in the,
Also, watch.
Yeah.
Advertising watch.
Wait. That's just the end of one ending, really. You're not done. Okay, yeah. Wow, you're losing 4-0. I mean, that wasn't... Oh, wait, no, this is not you. Sorry, I got mixed up. This sounds like Mega Man X music. Let's see who this composer is. Tetsuya Nishimura. Let's look him up.
I can only...
Oh, this is fun. There might be a very good reason for why this sounds like Mega Man X music.
I'm trying to make him... The one guy like swung twice for no reason. I'm trying to make him kind of like have a swing cooldown. I don't think that's a thing.
So he was a sound effects guy for Capcom.
Really?
Yes. And did Street Fighter 2 SNES version sound design. Breath of Fire, Final Fight 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Goof Troop sound effects, Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition, Aladdin, Mega Man 7. So he was close to Capcom. And as for compositions on Capcom games, he did one song on Breath of Fire and 2 songs in Final Fight 2.
There's really a sense of control that's lacking here. Just to be completely honest and harshly critical, whatever I'm supposed to be pressing, there's really no serious indications of like any of it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to do, nothing does anything except for pressing B for the most part. The D-pad can, I guess, move my players around, but only when they're on the field. I can't seem to aim a throw, a pass, you know what I mean? I don't seem to be able to do anything to make a pitch unique from another one.
Yeah.
Like how... I don't know how I could have thrown that at third base, but...
Probably another situation of the manual would have been helpful.
Maybe. There's like a weird sprite crawl on the edge of the screen that you don't typically see in games newer than the NES.
I think we're going to run into this a lot with sports games. It's actually kind of why I look forward to the hockey games, because I'm pretty sure they're straightforward for the most part. And kind of fun, a little bit more arcadey.
Okay, at least I got an out there.
Yo, fun fact about... so I looked back at the composers for some of the previous games. One that popped that was interesting was for HyperZone. We have Jun Nishikawa, who did basically all of the music for like every Kirby game.
Okay.
I think
that adds up in a way. It's how.
Yeah. For Populous, we have it's like David Hanlon and Rob Hubbard. Seem to have done composing for computer games, mainly. So that's cool. And Populous there. I wonder what else this guy's done. Ooh, those are really old games. Oh, speaking of sports games, the guy who did the music for Populous did the music for NHL Hockey 95.
Huh.
So, that's fun.
Guess we'll get to see that later. Later on. Not later today.
I don't know if that's the same as NHL 95, which is like the EA game. But I guess if they're using the NHL franchise, it must be. Like, are you controlling that when you move?
Yeah.
Because it looks awkward.
Yeah, I am. That's one of the only things I can control.
The weird thing about this is like this surely came from a series, right? Because this is super bases loaded, and there's other bases loaded games, which means that this is like refined gameplay. So chew on that. Or like what passed for refined gameplay at the time. I don't actually have much experience with baseball games.
Up, down, 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 right, whatever.
Do you press a button then to shoot it?
Yeah, but I have no way to aim who I'm shooting it to.
Huh.
Also, if you accidentally press that, you can't like go back to pitch. Like you're committed to throwing it at a base.
How do you pick what base you throw it at?
Like, I don't know. I have no idea.
Is it assigned to the 4 face buttons?
No.
They just called the game like they just decided you weren't gonna win and they cut you off?
Yep.
That's cruel.
I don't know what DH option is, but I might as well turn it on this time. Okay, I don't need to see this.
Maybe it helps. Maybe it like explains.
Whoops, I'm whatever team that was. Oh, okay. The teams have basically the same uniform. That's gonna be confusing.
Thioli. Okay. Huh. Got some weird ones going on this week, eh?
Real weird.
It's funny because in my mind when we started this and we thought like all the Super Nintendo games, I was picturing like a lot of platforms, a lot of licensed games, some shooting, some RPGs, some puzzles. But early on in the life cycle of the Super Nintendo, you got a real mixed bag going on here, to be completely honest.
Totally, yeah. It's just weird stuff.
I kind of like though that the Super Nintendo was a little bit of like a new frontier. Like the 16-bit era was a little bit of a wild west of game creation. You had people just making things just to see what stuck. You know what I mean? And trying to adapt old ideas that were on the NES or in the arcades to the home console too. And then you also get that rolling over from the computer world, because we've already seen computer ports, arcade ports, you know, and ports from like older series. Like for example, this one. This is not a port, but like a continuation of a console home series. And it's interesting to see what people are doing with the console at the time. It's like the Super Nintendo didn't really have a voice yet, you know what I mean? It didn't have like... Because now I think its legacy is JRPGs and platformers for the most part, right? Is that not correct to mainly say about the Super Nintendo?
I think that's pretty correct.
So like all of these kinds of games...
They're sort of forgotten about.
Yeah, it's neat to see them in action, and it's neat to see what they do well, because I do think that this game has some graphical flourishes that are really cool for the time. And the music's kind of rad.
What?
But this... What do you... What? Oh! Wait, was that them getting you out?
No, that's me. My team
Hey, you
is
did it.
the darker blue.
You're getting better. Alright, so... I want to know, we've hit the 15 minutes. What do you think about this one?
Honestly, much the same stuff. It's just very, very devoid of...
Explanation?
Yeah, of explanation, and a sense of...
Whoa, is that a laser disc
control?
ad? I'm sorry, I just gotta bring attention to the fact that there is a laser disc ad in here. That's cool.
I mean... I don't even know what to say. Like
it works.
and the graphical flourishes are nice. That's true.
Want to say like 5?
I don't know how well it works. The thing is, I can't tell because I can't seem to control anything in a way that makes sense.
This is true.
I want to say like 4.
I'll take it.
Maybe.
That sounds fine to me.
I find it a frustrating experience to try to play this game because it's like I can't figure out how to do the things that I expect I should be able to do in a baseball game. Like, I don't know how to, like, alter the pitch that I'm throwing. I think maybe have control over... I don't know what I have control over. I thought for a while I had control over the catcher's glove, but no. It always just goes downward like that. I don't know. I don't understand this game, so yeah, I want to say a 4.
Oh, works for me. Let's move on to the last one. Super R-Type. I think R-Type will feel good. It'll be a nice way to end it off.
Super R-Type, huh?
I wonder if part of the problem from these early SNES games is that there seems to be a lack of like intuitive design. You know, like that game's evidently designed for fans of baseball and previous fans of that series, but if you were just picking up and playing it, you almost need to read a manual on it. It's a bit deep, you know? Whereas I would argue that even some RPGs with like deep systems seem to have enough menus and things to go through on your own that it's kind of like a little bit self-explanatory.
Okay.
Whereas, like, I had no idea what was going on with that game. Okay. This looks pretty straightforward. Oh, it's kind of nice looking. Ooh, the music's kind of basic, though. Oh, that was cool. Dug that.
Right. Nice little intro.
I like this scroll more than I liked Gradius 3. Like the background and the enemies. This looks a little bit more alive, you know?
Okay,
there's more sprite stuff going on. Man, these games love putting you into a tunnel, eh? Oh, you can charge a beam? Sign me up. Who doesn't love a good beam charge?
Oh, those are mines, and proximity makes them blow.
See, here's what I'm talking about, though. So you know shmups and knew what to expect a little bit from this, right? But if you didn't, wouldn't you argue that you could probably figure out what to do with this in a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, Populous or SimCity?
Absolutely. I think those red ones are my target here. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
So it's
maybe I needed a charged shot on those. Oh, okay. Back to the beginning. I like the way the music starts, but then at this point it's just kind of whatever.
That's funny that you say that, because I was going to say I don't like the music much in general, but once it kind of picks up a little bit and gets a little bit more like quote-unquote action movie-y, I kind of did dig it a little bit more.
I thought the little do-do-do-do-do thing was a really cool way to start it.
That's fair. I like this more than Gradius.
Oh, what?
Ooh, he hit the roof.
I kind of started... I was looking where I was aiming and not where I was shooting.
So let's do some background on this one.
Sure.
It's a partial port of R-Type 2.
Yeah.
This is Super R-Type, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Borrows 4 stages from R-Type 2 and adds 3 new ones. There's 7 levels. This game is known for its high difficulty. Oh, and this is a fun sentence for you because of its lack of checkpoints.
Good to know.
This game suffers from slowdown, which is a problem for many games in the system. Obviously, we kind of expected that. Oh, that's funny. This game will slow down to an absolute standstill when there's too many things on screen. Apparently, this one really suffers from that issue. Wow, Entertainment Weekly picked the game as the #2 greatest game available in 1991. How does it feel to be playing the second greatest game available in 1991?
Behind what? Super Mario World?
Actually, I'm really curious.
That seems dubious to me. I'd rather play like it, because if you think about the games that are already out, like NES games, like I'd rather play like Zelda 1 than this, and that already makes like 2 games. You know what I mean?
Well, let's see.
You have to specifically hit these from the inside. Oh, there's some slowdown. Okay. That's
you
great.
Did. You
that
did.
was lovely. I really enjoyed that. Good stuff. Oh, the charge has a meter on the bottom. Oh, so that's one stage of charge, and this is another.
Here's a fun fact. Entertainment Weekly picked Populous as the 16th greatest game available in 1991. I'm going to look up this Entertainment Weekly list.
That's unfortunate. I thought my big shot would kill all that.
I don't know if this is an easy list to find. Oh, when they mean Entertainment Weekly, they literally mean like EW, like that show that appears like after the news at like 8 o'clock every night on TV.
In the 90s.
Yeah. I didn't even know they were doing video game reviews back then.
Come on.
So would you say this game is harder than Gradius 3?
Yes. In a weird sort of way, because it doesn't seem like it's presented me with anything harder, and yet I'm dying way more.
Huh.
It's weird.
Well, like, no. What are the power-ups like? I'm not even... Like, you don't have the same amount of options.
I've picked up one power-up, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah. That thing, right? Does that give you a...
I think it's score.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it has anything to do with power.
Those things look like robot xenomorphs. Okay, getting through the mines. I want to see a boss. Oh, nice. What is that? That's not a boss? Oh, grab that. I think that thing's a helper.
Okay.
Is it for this we've gotten? Okay.
It sure looks a lot like the boss we fought in HyperZone.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
I'm guessing it's dropping like mines. Oh, go away! Oh my god!
Oh, cool. Oh my god, is it just gonna... Oh, that's mean.
I think I liked Gradius 3 better.
A bit more forgiving.
Yeah, what did I say about that game? Like a 7?
Let's see. He gave it an 8.
An 8?
We were really nice that night.
No, I would give this like a 7. Maybe a 6. I think it's like anything. I think shmups not having checkpoints is actually fine for the people that are really serious about the genre. So I don't want to necessarily fault the genre for being hardcore when it's kind of like appeals to like that kind of a demographic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm actually not going to pick on that too much. But I so far have not been able to pick any kind of power-up that does anything at all. The charged attack is cool, I guess. And the movement and stuff is fine. The slowdown is... Honestly, I kind of just expected of the genre. And I mean, in some ways it's become something that people expect games in this genre to have.
Right.
And that it's not even... In some ways it's like kind of wrong when it's not even present. So, I don't know.
I like the sprite work.
Oh my god, really?
I think this game looks better than Gradius 3.
Yeah, it does. Sure. Absolutely. That opening scene when it tossed the ship, too, was pretty cool.
Yeah. The little rotate there, that was a bit of a flourish.
But I want to give it like a 6.
Really? See, because I'm thinking out of those two, I would rather play this one. I wouldn't give this one higher than an 8, but I would give it at least as high.
So then do we compromise and do we say 7?
I would be willing to compromise and say 7, but I will say that I would probably personally prefer this one. This looks more my speed. Even though I'm bad at shoot 'em ups and like probably prefer what Gradius is offering as a experience, I think there's just something stylistically fun about this that screams like this is a Super Nintendo game to me. Oh yeah. Give this one a 7.
Yeah.
We still got 4 minutes with it. Want to see if there's any cheat codes for it? See if we can skip ahead a bit.
Sure. There was some options on the title screen like easy and stuff like that, but I couldn't change them. Not that I think I need to be on anything other than easy. Can you find any kind of a cheat code?
Yeah, you gotta use Game Sharks from the looks of it, or Game Genius.
I see.
Oh wait, stage select. At the screen where press start isn't blinking, hold R and press up 9 times.
Alright, let's reset it. What was it?
God,
R?
Yeah. If this one's press start isn't blinking. And then when playing, hold A and R and press select. Is that not working?
Okay. What was that cheat for?
Stage select. So then when you're playing the game, you pause and hold A and press R and then select. And you can...
What was it? Press what?
When playing, pause the game. Hold A and R and press select. There you go. So you can pick any level. Whoa. Whoa. That's cool. That's some cool mechanics too.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You should skip around a bit more. Let's see what other levels. Not all of them, but like, you know.
Okay.
That's kind of neat. Whoa, look at that bass. Yo! That's cool too. Oh, 11 to 17 are a higher difficulty.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was wondering about that.
So you can just go to like, yeah. I mean, this music's pretty rad, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's a lot of composers on this one. Let's look up these people.
Okay, don't touch the edge. Whatever, I want to see more scenery.
Composer of... Super R-Type. This guy also composed Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Tobal #1.
Mystic Quest has like a cool soundtrack, doesn't it?
Chocobo's Dungeon 2. Shinobi. But there's 3 composers on this game. So that was Yasuhiro Kawakami. This is...
I'm just getting bodied.
This guy. This looks like a classic shmup level. Weird bone dragon monsters. Oh, that's the timer. We've hit 15. Keep going, though. This is interesting. Oh, man. Metal Slug. King of Fighters. Makes sense. So this game does have, like, that was Takushi Hiyamuda. And Hiroshi Kimura is the last one. And we're going to see what they got going on. Because I'm curious.
I can't last more than a few seconds in these levels.
Oh, so the last person, Hiroshi Kimura's done Dino City, R-Type Leo, and Super R-Type. So, but there's like some, you know, esteemed composers.
See how
on
hard
this.
it gets.
Go all the way to 17. Oh, 16. Ooh, cool. All right.
That makes me go faster. That's the only real thing I notice.
Speed up.
Yeah. Well, at least we got a power up, finally.
You seem to be doing better now that it's harder, weirdly. Okay. Oh my, that was okay.
It landed on me.
Yo, just take in, man, that we played a Konami game and didn't enter in the Konami code.
Which game?
Gradius.
Oh, that's true. Would it have done something in that game?
I don't know. We'll never know.
I mean, I can find out on my own time if I'm not curious.
Well, that was more or less the games from today. What do you think? What do you think of this batch? I feel like this is the first batch we played that wasn't...
I wasn't really keen on...
many of them at all, really.
Many of them at all. Maybe the first one. I mean, the last one here, Super R-Type. Like, it's, like, fine. At least it's a game in, like, a way. Well, actually, you know what? I think that there could be something to Populous as well.
But when I think of, like, plug in a cart and play a game, like, R-Type is kind of my speed. This is what I'm coming to the Super Nintendo for.
For me, this is... I probably wouldn't play this again.
Really?
Yeah, there's something about the pacing of this one that just... I really enjoyed, like, playing with the loadouts in Gradius, and, like, getting power-ups was, like, straightforward and, like, easy. Here, I hadn't seen a single actual power-up until I went to, like, level 16. Like, what?
I just think the graphics are better, and I think the presentation is better on this one. And it's
But
like
that
it
doesn't
only came
actually
out
make
like a
a
month
better
later.
game.
No, it doesn't make a better game, but it makes me want to play it more. And especially when two things are so close already, that might just be the thing that tips my wallet. You know what I mean?
Let me just say though, as somebody who's sat down and actually had my hands on, like played both.
Yeah,
By the feeling of it, I would way rather play Gradius.
that's totally fair. I accept that.
All right.
Well,
So I personally, we compromised and said 7.
yeah, that seems fair to me. Next week we got some real fun ones.
What's on the what's in the future?
Well, next week we'll be doing the Chess Master. So we'll get to see how good we are at chess against the
Oh,
computer.
I'm terrible at chess.
Me too. We got UN Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but it's by Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Ultraman. Yeah. Bandai. And our first Enix game, ActRaiser.
Oh, ActRaiser. I'm excited for that. ActRaiser is cool.
And the week after that will be a good one, I think. I think that the week after that was going to be a funny one.
Okay.
Yeah. So next week actually covers the fall and into November of 1991.
Okay. So through October and November?
No, we're finishing up September. So we got 2 games from September, a game from October, and a game from November.
Oh, okay. Cool. Right on.
Yeah. This has been SNESterdays, presented by This Podcast Cannot Continue. Thanks for tuning in, watching this on YouTube, whichever. Check out our podcast on most of the major streaming platforms. We got it on Audible. We got it on Spotify. We got it on Deezer. We got it on iTunes. It's This Podcast Cannot Continue. Me and Ben chat about video game stuff and discuss our backlogs. And stay tuned for more SNESterdays.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, everyone.